Welcome to XR Today. My name's David Dungay. We are here reporting live from IGS Europe. I'm here with Jay Latta. Welcome to the show, Jay. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. I'm really fine. I enjoy it. Madeira is great. It's beautiful. So everyone, come here, join us, experience this.
Fantastic. So, Jay, you were on stage earlier talking about the Metaverse with some of your friends and industry colleagues. Tell us, how are businesses going to get themselves to the Metaverse?
Well, as first, the businesses have to understand that the Metaverse is not a fixed thing. It's not a solitary thing. The Metaverse, in fact, is more the connectivity layer of different verses. So you have these different incarnations of verses, if it's your business verse, if it's a traffic verse, whatever. However it will look like. And one of the core things that needs to happen right now that is being defined is multimodality and interoperability, so that you are not locked into just one verse, but that you can really sneak from one verse to another. Of course, we will have some kind of private verses, like we have corporate private cloud installations and so on. I mean, if you might imagine, for example, during the pandemic, when just 24% of the people were able to work remotely because they had office jobs. The construction worker, the mining worker, the agriculture, and so they had to go out. So here it might be that we might have, let's say, some kind of construction verse where you have a construction area, it's immersive and so on, and the truck driver, the ground mover, whatever thinks he will still be able to work in his jammies from home, simply teleoperating his thing. This is one part of the verse. The verse, the metaverse, is not virtual reality. It's mixed reality, where you can interact with the data space from the real space, from the real space with the digital space, and so on, and flip it and so on. So here the businesses should simply start understanding we are at the beginning. It's not one size fits all. It's not the winner takes it all. The future is less in competition. It's in collaboration, cooperation. How I've said, the construction worker will be able to cooperate with the other buddies all over the city and so on. During the next lockdown, I'm pretty sure it will come. If it's a scientific verse, if it's whatever, if Coca-Cola has some kind of special verse, simply to connect their own digital twins to work physically and virtually.
I want to pick up on a few things there. So you mentioned a big brand. We'll get to the big brands in a moment. But you mentioned the Metaverse is mixed reality. Yes. I interrupted the conversation with you earlier when we were debating, what is mixed reality? I mean, have we got there? Have we decided as an industry what that is and how that's defined?
Yes, there is a definition. It's mostly used in the wrong way. For example, mostly when people talk about augmented reality, they mean, in fact, mixed reality. Augmented reality, the classic representation of augmented reality is the head-up display in a jet fighter. That simple it is. It's simply explaining you. If I would look onto you in my AR glasses and simply see, okay, this is this guy, he's that and that old, he's that and that tall, and so statistics. It's simply giving me the necessary stats and so on. The new Google glasses that can translate and show me what you are talking in a different language. This is augmented reality. While mixed reality is being used as term when you are getting virtual objects as an overlay over the real reality. So more or less, this is like it.
Fantastic. Well, let's get to those big brands. And you mentioned Coca-Cola. Nike's another one. These are big brands that are spending millions, billions in some cases of money in this space. How important is that kind of investment, and what kind of ROI are these brands seeing from these investments?
So please, big brands, spend crap loads of money. It is important because this is the only way how to bring fresh money into the game, to develop something together. Now, when you talk about ROI, I am not a fan of ROI, of KPIs, of OKRs, the whole alphabet of horror, because it's limiting. It's just reducing something creative into facts and figures, into how many bucks can I make. That's not it. When you remember what I've said, it's about collaboration, cooperation. It's about giving something back, bringing us a completely new entity. Example. During the pandemic, one of the biggest horrors that I've experienced is social distancing. it should have been named physical distancing. We should, the thing about XR should have been bringing social nearness through these new technologies. This would have caused less damage to the society. And the society, collaboration, cooperation, future, how we will work together, well-being, yada, yada. Here it's important to have these safe spaces. Whenever another pandemic comes, whenever a natural catastrophe comes, and so on and so on, it's important to have these tech layers, to have these collaboration layers, so that we can work from wherever we are, however we want, whenever we want.
Let's talk about well-being for a moment, because we're seeing so many amazing use cases. Some of them here today as well. How important is that well-being element in the XR industry and Metaverse market to the future of this space?
Mental health and well-being itself is becoming more and more important, because we are living in complexities are always there, but we are living in an over-complex world. We are being flooded with things that we as individuals cannot solve, as a family, as a nation, maybe as a continent cannot solve. If it's climate change, if it's the war, if it's any kind of semiconductor shortages or whatever, that we have curfews, that we have stops of production, that we have even right now the energy crisis in Germany. Oh, damn it. And the next pandemic and so on. So here there are things that are bigger than we are, where we have to learn to cooperate and to collaborate. And all of this rush on us brings us instability. So here, well-being, simply to have chill out, to calm down. One of my favorite use cases in the VR is psychedelics. A VR psychedelic experience has the same effects like if you take magic mushrooms. This is so this is so amazing. This is something really so great, how we can trigger with our brains and to repair things. So here, the metaverse itself, if we experience it not as the next NFT, crazy monkeys, bubble, whatever, but really as something helpful from humans for humans, where corporates follow their ESG responsibility and donate it to us. This is how it should go.
Absolutely, I totally agree. So, what excites you most about this market? You've spent all week here with these this amazing community. What's been the standout moment for you?
So, such events are very important because my superpower is I'm connecting people. I can see things from the meta level, from a holistic perspective. So I can see immediately what else is there. Hey, you should talk with these guys. You should do this and that. So for me, from my perspective, it's very important to be on such events, to see all of these amazing people and connecting the dots. This is where I can be in the most efficient way, helpful for others to push things. And this is as well a benefit from all the other attendees then approaching me. Oh, Jay, it was a cool talk. Yeah, we liked it. Can we talk about this and that? So simply, such events are important to show what you are working on, to inspire people, to talk about possibilities and getting new insights. The whole magic happens when people are talking with each other, when we talk with each other, when the audience is looking to us. During the pandemic, when every event was just a Zoom call, when you do something beside and then you simply fold your notebook, the magic disappeared. Now we are getting this magic back. Social interaction is so important. It's to exchange ideas. It's to, oh, maybe I'm on the wrong track. I need to repair something. Good that you've told me. This is what happens.
I mean, if there is a silver lining, I think that's what we learned from the pandemic. Actually, that interaction is so important. And what can we achieve when we do have that? Look, Jay, thank you so much for talking to me and sharing your insights. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Yes, of course. It's a huge pleasure. Looking forward to see how Sami will perform today as Vinci. So yeah, stay tuned.
Fantastic. And thank you for watching. You've been watching me, David Dungay, on XR Today.